In Albion Online, the players trade all the time. The average Albion Online player spends 30% of his playtime near the marketplace, but I want to change that. I'm going to try to play the game without using the marketplace. It's an addiction for all players, because it gives them dopamine way too fast. They can buy whatever they want. They can progress 10 times faster than usual, but it's not the right way. The right way is to make everything yourself. And that's why I'm fighting against this addiction. And in this video, we are not going to buy anything. So here are the rules for these guys that didn't watch the first video. The fools that skipped to the second video. But I'm going to link it in the description, so even you guys can see it. So let's start with all the rules that are actually necessary for this run. We can't buy anything from the marketplace, except a mule. Selling is allowed. I can buy premium. And the target is to reach tier 8 and have a good working guild that actually can do something and isn't just existing anywhere useless in the halls of computers of the American server. Poor megabytes that are used up for that useless shit. But our next goal, we need full tier 4 and we need to open a guild that actually costs 1 million. So we need to get to 1 million coins. Or silver, whatever you call it. So let's get started, before you guys are going to fall asleep. So while my character is going to farm everything we need, I'm going to talk about the plan. You see, in Albion there are 8 tiers. Beginner, Novice, Journeyman, Adept, Expert, Master, Grandmaster and Elder. Tier 1 to tier 8. These tiers are all over the place. You find them in your skill tree, every item has them. The only thing in Albion that is not part of the tier list is you. Because you suck. Either way, it gets progressively harder to reach each tier. Which means we will easily get to tier 4, but reaching tier 8 is going to be a big challenge. In Albion you need fame, that you get when you do something. And the fame is used for leveling. So for example, if I kill a boss, while wearing my armor, I get fame on my armor items. So that later I can get the higher tier of my armor. The problem is that crafting and wearing is not the same level. Just because you can wear something, it doesn't mean you can build something. And no, you don't just build one tier 4 thing to unlock one tier 5 thing. You have to build 500 tier 4 things to then build tier 5, and then you need to build 5000 tier 5 to get to tier 6. And then you have one piece of your gear. You have 7 gear pieces. You need to do that 7 times. And if that's not enough for you, gathering is a whole other story. It also takes a long time to go from I can mine tier 4 ore to I can mine tier 5 ore. So this is slowing me down too. And if that's not even enough, tier 3 ore you can mine way faster and you get 9 pieces of ore per node. And tier 4 you only get 6 pieces. Tier 5 you only get 5 pieces. I don't even know what's going to happen by tier 6. I wasn't there yet. And if that's not even enough for you, I have 5 resources to mine. Actually just 4 for my gear and a 5th for buildings. So I need to level gathering in all 5 resources. Well, you are going to enjoy me suffer. I also forgot to tell you something about tiers. There are quality levels to each tier. So every weapon, every gear can be normal, good, outstanding, excellent or a masterpiece. The chance to get a masterpiece is at 0.1%. And guess what I made? I made a tier 3 masterpiece cursed staff. This thing is worth 50,000 silver. It's still a tier 3, but it's so rare to get it that the price is pretty high. Just imagine I got that while crafting tier 4. Imagine I get that while crafting tier 8. But yeah, still, it's not better than a tier 4, so I definitely need to upgrade as soon as I have my tier 4 staff. So after a lot of hours grinding and actually leveling my gathering skill, I finally made my first tier 4 equipment. So let's get the rest going. I also dueled a lot of people because I wanted to get better with my build that I currently have. As you can see here, he had tier 5 and tier 6 gear and I nearly got him. I also missed a lot of spells. I could have played better, but I'm really proud about this fight because his item power is higher than mine. Alright, back to getting tier 4. So I started dueling someone else, and this time I totally crushed him. Something that I feel like is very strong about my build is the mercenary jacket. If I play it right, I can heal up to 600-700 HP. Also my main ability, the E ability, does round about 600 real damage if I have 4 Vile Curses on him. The Vile Curses are applied by my Q ability and my W ability. The Q ability is just a spinning thing, and the W ability stops the other player from moving. You can actually have a look on all my abilities if you like to try this build for yourself. At one point I started calculating how much ore nodes I actually have to mine till I can mine tier 5. I actually have to mine 667 tier 4 nodes. That's 667 times doing this. Yeah, it sucks. But still, I'm going to do it. So now that we have everything tier 4 basically, we have our first goal achieved and we only need to get 1 million silver now. So I teamed up with a friend and we went into the roads of Avalon in the black zone. Well, our first time in the black zone didn't went so well. We got some loot, but as you can see, at the end I died. You see, dying in Albion Online is part of the process. And every time I die, I can rebuild my entire gear set, but I can't rebuild a mule. So we're going to buy a mule every time I die. Why mules, you may ask? Well, if I wanted to progress in this game, and if I want to touch grass ever again, I have to buy a mule. Cause if I die in the black zone, where people can actually kill me and take my loot, I would not have any mount anymore. So this would mean I just would have to go on foot the entire time. Screw you. No, I'm not doing that. I know you want it. I know it. But well, guess what? You won't see me going kilometers over kilometers without a mount. I already have to cut through 24 hours of playtime. I'm not gonna go through a month or just a week. No, but I'm going to buy premium soon for the private island. There we can actually breed better mounts, so we can get away from that mule nonsense. But for now, I really have to buy one and head back to the black zone.
These hands of mine have got some stories to tell. Seen parts of heaven and a whole lot of hell. Headed west to stake a claim in the ground. I got as far as Cripple Creek that night. I met a girl with golden hair and green eyes. Fell in love on the outskirts of town. Hung my hat, figured I'd stick around. Hey, the part of me that longs to hold her at night would bury any man that don't treat her right. I'm gonna love and live and kill and fight with my whole heart till death do us part. There was a man who ran that whole damn town. He thought he owned her and that they'd settle down. Took her back with a Colt 44. he was begging.
Yep, you see a horse. The only time I didn't record, we actually killed a player. So what can I tell you? It would have been perfect footage. But I thought, why should I record everything? Nothing is going to happen, just a little session. But guess what? We got a new mount, we got a new cape that I actually probably never use because it's way too expensive. But the horse is cool. And after some time, we got the 1 million. So I made the guild, named the Bold Supremacy. I know, funny. Thank you. And with that, this part is over. Thank you for coming this far, and I see you in the next one.